Hello everyone, and thank you again for joining this workshop. I hope you can all hear and see me well. I can also use my earphones if you don't hear me perfectly. This is CRISTIANA ELTRAYAN, your host and facilitator for this workshop of sexual healing and energy healing, using the Taoist practices and the Tien Healing that I've learned. And we are very happy. I'm very happy and excited to be able to share this theme with you. Also, you can use the email that you have received from us to share your feedback about this class, to share your questions, to share with us whether there are any special insights or ideas that you've had during this class or following this class. And please try to stay tuned towards the end, because we'll have some special treats for you at the end of this workshop and some special news. So welcome, welcome, welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us. We'll be with you for about an hour, more or less an hour. We don't have a strict time for this workshop, but as it flows, it usually is for about an hour. And just make sure you're all comfortable, and if you feel to use earphones or headphones so that you wouldn't be disturbed by the noises in the house or the people around you or the neighbors or whomever you live with, you can do that as well, so that you have the full benefits of this conversation, of this gathering. We have several people who have joined all over the world. I'm happy to see that people are interested and opening towards this theme, and I'm happy that there is a blossoming of this theme all over the world. People want to know more about their inner energy, about how to work with it, about their sexuality, about how to use this energy, because as we'll share a little later, it's not only about the sex, and it's not only about sharing with the partner, but it's also about how to use it for different other purposes in your life, for healing or for creativity or for other purposes. So you'll find out more during this workshop. I will share a few words about my experiences with this practice, because for sure some of you want to know how we come to this practice and to these themes. I am now 33, 34 almost years old, and I've been practicing the Taoist and Tantric practices since maybe 7 years ago, as far as I can remember, in this lifetime. Before I started with this practice, I was a very, very busy manager woman. I had a family. I had many tasks to take care of during the day. I had 3 cell phones ringing at the same time. I was trying to, get a hold on all the tasks that I had during the day. And to be honest with you, my emotional and even sexual life were not at their peak, to say the least. So if I would be more honest, I would say they were going down the drain. So it was not a very happy state. Like I said before, most of us are feeling during the day that they go through an emotional carousel with ups and downs, with anger and calmness, with moments of peacefulness and moments of very, very strong agitation. Well, this was my life 7 or 8 years ago. And I decided I couldn't go on like this. I was running my own events company, but even if that was going very well, I still felt I needed more personal balance in terms of emotional, mental, and also sexual thriving. And that is why I started meditation. That was a very, very important step for me. And by joining this meditation group, I also found out about the Taoist practices. And I will tell you what this actually is. So Taoism is a tradition which originated from China many thousands of years ago. So the reports we have on it are dated at least 5,000 years ago, and it refers to balancing the mental and emotional and a physical body and also the heart center with some simple but very, very efficient practices that are shared by the Taoist masters. And in the Taoist tradition, we believe that all emotions and all negativity comes from what we think about the events in our life and how we perceive the persons around us. So most of the Taoist masters are saying that we have to learn to disassociate the emotion from the person or the emotion from the event so that we're able to achieve emotional balance. And you will ask me, well, this is a workshop about sexuality. Why are we sharing about emotions? My answer is that emotions play a very, very important part in sexuality. And in the Taoist tradition, there is the belief, and they have discovered that every internal organ is storing certain emotions and certain feelings. And therefore, it is very good for us to know which internal organ is storing what type of emotions so that we can hear and clear these emotions when they occur in our life. And with the sexual practices, these emotions get amplified and get stirred up and get, stronger, especially if we are practicing tantric exercises or tantric practices with our partners. So this is why we are talking very much about emotions in connection to our sexual life and our sexual healing, because they play a very important part, and they are, amplified by the sexual energy. Moreover, I will share a little about the sexual energy and the way we see it, because it's very important to disassociate between the sexual sharing with a partner, or between what we call having sex, and the sexual energy that we all have inside us. We all have sexual energy inside our body, even the ones who are celibates or who are single or who choose to not share in a partnership with a male or female. So we all have this energy. It is the life energy that nourishes and harmonizes all. And in our physical body, it is stored in what we call the dantian, so the area around our navel or a little bit below our navel, and in the kidneys. So everyone has it. It's very powerful. It's the very fuel that nourishes our life and our projects and everything we do. And the Taoist masters say it has to be nourished and supported during our lifetime. Otherwise, it gets depleted. So where it is stored, how to harness it, and how to circulate it along the body so that we can make use of the best of it, and so that we can amplify it for whatever it is that we are doing in our lives. So not only the sexual sharing, even though, of course, the sexual sharing is also very important. So having found out where it is stored and how to, locate it along the body, you can also check with yourselves, with your bodies, if that energy is in balance with you right now, within you right now. So if you might have having problems with your kidneys, or with your womb if you are women, or with your prostate or ovaries, then it might be that your sexual energy still needs a little fine-tuning, a little balancing, so that you can thrive and not just survive throughout your lifetime. Also, the sexual energy is very important in our relationships and in our projects, because the more sexual energy we have and the more we use it in a balanced way, the more we are capable to focus on our projects, focus on whatever it is that we need to get done throughout our life, and the more harmonious we are in our sexual sharings with our partner. So knowing about this energy, knowing how to circulate along the body, and knowing how to master it is very important for all the aspects on our life, and for the harmony we have with our partner or within our relationships. So I hope this is all clear for all of us, and it is very important for us to share now that most people are having problems with this sexual energy and with balancing it and recirculating it throughout the body and using it in a harmonious way, because of the trauma they might have stored in their bodies, so in the physical body or the emotional body. So people who have been hurt as children, or if you have been traumatized or abused during your lifetime, even if it's physical abuse, verbal abuse, or sexual abuse, if you have had these types of experience, then it might be that your sexual energy might need a little fine-tunement, and this might be the cause of other blockages in your life, or other types of imbalance that appear during your life. So if you had troubles with your partner, or troubles finding and keeping a good job, troubles with your abundance flow, and maybe troubles with your communication and your self-expression, that might be because of an unacknowledged trauma that is stored within your body or within your emotional memory, that is generating an imbalance in your sexual energy and in the way the energy is flowing throughout your body and through your life. Because there is a direct connection between how the energy is flowing in our bodies and how it is flowing in our projects and in our life and in whatever it is that we try to create. It is very important for us to know that the sexual energy is the very force of creation in your life, and it can be either used to create babies, to create children, a new life in your surroundings, or it can be used for your projects, for your work, for your relationships with others, and everything else that you are manifesting in this world. So it's a very, very powerful and important force to learn about. So this being said, a natural question would be, how can we harness this energy? How can we, work with it so that we can clear our trauma, clear whatever it is that is imbalanced in our bodies, and be able to use it and circulate it in a harmonious way. We will be sharing this with you towards the end of the workshop, so please try to stay tuned for at least 45 minutes more, so that you find out the secrets about clear and release some of the trauma that you have stored or maybe borrowed in your life, and how to find better solutions for using this energy in a more harmonious way from now on. So towards this workshop, we'll be sharing the solutions for that, and we will be offering a special treat for you as we promised. Another reason, except from trauma, another important reason why this energy gets imbalanced in our nowadays society, and especially with women, but also with men, because I know there are many men joining us right now. This energy might get imbalanced as well because we are very trained to work in a masculine way, in a masculine energy. So we have been trained to always act towards a goal, towards a specific direction, to always to always have a set of tasks to do every day, to always focus towards achieving something in our lives, to always try and strive to be successful, to be a career professional, to be, you know, most of the women that I know are using this masculine energy in excess, in trying to control all their aspects in their lives, even the financial or relationship aspects, or even their children are, you know, kept under control by the drive of this masculine energy. And the misuse of this masculine energy, especially in a feminine body, can create very, very powerful unbalance and, you know, the depletion of the sexual or life force energy. We also call it life force because, as I said, it is used to create life, you know, while creating or making babies, but it is also used to support the life in your body. So whatever it is that drives you and makes you feel energized and makes you feel happy and you know, boosting of energy, that is your sexual energy or your vital energy that, as I said, is stored in the kidneys and in the dantian, the area below and around your navel. So the excess of masculine energy can also be balanced by particular exercises that we'll be sharing with you. And to put it in a nutshell, before we share that with you, it's very important that from time to time we relax, we release, we take a warm bath with, you know, maybe scented oils or rose petals or something. Even the men, so this is even for the men, not just the women can do that, because men have also a masculine, a feminine aspect of their own, their emotional side, their creative side, the side that needs self-expression and needs to be utilized for creativity, that also needs to be nourished in your masculine body if you are a man. So these techniques or aspects that I'm sharing are also created for men as well. So taking a salt bath, a perfumed bath, taking good care of your body, applying some body lotion or body oil, even if you're a man, I'm going to say it again. taking the time to read a good book or to watch a fun movie, not the type of movies that have a lot of action and violence in them, but a fun romance movie, even cartoons can take you back to that state of relaxation that nourishes your feminine energy and your sexual energy and your creativity energy. And these are very, very useful for the balance in your life, because most of the people live at a very, very hasty pace. So they wake up with an alarm, they go running to work, maybe get caught in the highway and experience some trouble during the road. Then they has to finish their tasks, they follow their goals all over through the day, they answer several phone calls, they try some of you might try to please everyone and offer solutions for everyone and take care of everyone, and this is very much depleting your vital energy and your sexual energy if it's not balanced with some relaxation activity after your work. And for this relaxation, I will share a little special thing about the women and the men and how they usually relax. So we need to see this difference because it's very important for couple life as well. The way men usually relax is to go out of work, to get home, and to maybe open a newspaper or the TV, or go in their private space for a little while and not talk and not share anything about their day, especially if they had a problem. With women, this is totally different. So women, when they have a problem, they like to chat with other women or with their partner. They like to share, they like to talk, they relax by sharing. And it is very important to know this difference between men and women, to acknowledge the right of our partner and to relax in his own particular way. Because men, when they retreat, they build up their testosterone, and this is by keeping silent and focusing on whatever they are watching or reading. And whereas as women build up our estrogen by sharing with others and sharing emotions and having pleasant times with our friends or partner. So this difference creates a lot of conflict in relationships when we don't understand each other and we don't understand our natural ways of relaxation. And if we only knew how these hormones are built in each and every one of us, so in women and in men, we would be able to understand our partner and give him space for building up this energy and restoring it in his or her body. So if you see your male partner being very silent or very, grumpy, don't try to make him talk, because this is the way he's resting and relaxing and building testosterone and building up his sexual energy back again. And if you see your woman chatting and not stopping and willing to share, try to be understanding even if you're tired, because this is how she is building her estrogen and building up her sexual vital energy through sharing and bonding. This is a very important thing to understand about our partners. Many women have problems now with their sexual energy because they get very disconnected from their womb. And men as well, they get disconnected from their life force, which is stored in their testes. So the testicles and kidneys in men are the storage of this energy. How do we get disconnected? Well, by staying too much in our head and staying too much focused on mental energy, projects, and goals. So if you had a long day doing all kinds of tasks that have kept you stuck in your head, so to speak, Try to take time every half an hour or every 2 hours if you're too busy. Try to take time for 5 minutes to breathe. Take deep breaths. Let the air go down towards your belly. Try to focus on the area below your belly and try to bring the air down there so that you bring your awareness towards the lower energy centers in your body and to make the energy go down so that it nourishes and fuels up the lower centers as well, because otherwise they get depleted and eventually the energy in the testes, ovaries, womb and kidneys gets drained. So every once in a while, every half an hour, every 1 hour, every 2 hours, go back to your lower centers with your attention and your breath. It doesn't have to take long. It doesn't have to be very obvious. If you're in an office, you can just do and your colleagues will just think that you're citing out of something you have read. And just do that and bring your breath towards your abdomen, towards your hara point below the navel, and try to like you would blow air in a balloon. Try to energize that center, which is very important for grounding the energy in the body, for cooling the head, because too much energy in the head can lead to overheating and to cooking the bread, as the Taoist the brain, as the Taoist masters say. Yes, breathe deeply. You can try it even right now, because especially if you're at home, you can try it right now and see the effects of this. Just inhale deeply and let the air go down towards your navel and below the navel. And see what it does to your body. You don't have to do it very often, just 3 or 4 times if you have the time, and just focus there and focus on your perineum, which is the area between the anus and your sex organs. The area that you usually pull to hold your pee when you're in your bathroom. Yes, just focus there and try to squeeze a little bit. Try to do 3 or 4 pulls in your perineum, squeeze that muscles, and that also leads to grounding the energy and send some impulses towards your testes, ovaries, and kidneys. So you can also try it now and see how it feels. Just squeeze that muscle a little bit, the muscle in your perineum, the muscle that you usually use for holding your pee, your urine when you're in the bathroom. Squeeze it a little bit and see how it feels in your body. Put all your awareness in your perineum and see how it feels and see what happens when you squeeze that energy, by holding your body very, very relaxed and your feet on the ground, so that don't stay one leg upon the other, because this, makes your calm go a little weird. Just keep both feet on the ground. Focus on your attention on your perineum and on the area below your navel, and squeeze the muscle 1, 3, 4 times just to see how it feels in your body. And you can repeat this movement whenever you take your break from the office, whenever you have a 3 minutes break to just relax from a task that you are doing. Squeeze that muscle and give a little impulse to that sexual energy so that it can be revitalized instantly by these movements and with the breathing technique that I just shared. Yeah, you'll exercise more maybe after, or you can exercise while we're speaking. You can also be focused on what we share. But these 2 very, very simple techniques can be done everywhere. can be done at your office, can be done while you work, can be done while you're resting, can be done while you're speaking with your friends, and they are very, very useful and very, very effective. So this helps, as I said, reconnect to your womb or to your hara point below the navel, or to your dantian, as the Taoists call it. And it helps bring the energy back there so that it can be, you know, amplified and reutilized. Also, it's very important to know, especially for women, but also for men, that we have a womb-heart connection, or a connection between the dantian and the heart. So I will repeat again for those of you who have just joined, that the dantian is the point below and around the navel, is the point where the energy is stored in your body according to the Taoist tradition, and it is always also linked with the kidneys. And if you look at, even if you look at your belly, you will see that there is a channel that seems to be leading up to your heart. So there is a direct connection between these 2 points that connect the center of affection and the center of sexuality. And the very important aspect to reconnect these centers is to be aware of the things that you feel in your heart, and to be aware of how they are affected or imprinting your sex life. But I'm sharing this because I've worked with many, many women along my soul healing therapy, the therapy that I practice. And most of them were experiencing difficulties in their sex life, or having partners that, you know, they didn't have a very fulfilling sex life with, or not having a very good relationship in terms of communication, or, you know, whatever type of sharing. And when we went deeper, we noticed that there was a lot of trauma stored in their heart, or a lot of heartbreak due to a past relationship that has ended badly, due to some issues with the parents, maybe, that is also impacting our heart, especially the opposite gender parents. So for women, the relationship with the father, and for men, the relationship with mother, can lead to deep trauma in our heart if we don't notice it and release it quickly. And this shuts down the heart, and it shuts down the channel that brings the energy towards our sexual center, or dantian, or hara point. And thus is very important that we acknowledge and heal, release the trauma that we have stored connected to our relationships and to our love life, in order for us to have a healthy sexual energy and the healthy sexual sharing with our partners. This channel, when disconnected, when this channel, when the heart is shut down, or when the heart is bruised by certain events in our life, tends to shut down and disrupt the energy that has to flow downwards towards our sexual center. And also the energy that might come up from the sexual center towards the heart and the higher centers gets a little blocked if the traumas in the heart are not healed. So it's very important for us to look in our heart and to look in our, you know, history, to see which were the moments or the aspects that might have hurt us in a certain way, even since we were children. So you might look far, far away. I also work with my patients on parallel lifetimes. I don't call them past lifetimes, because they, in my view, are parallel, are all happening now. And I also work on parallel lifetimes to see the trauma that is going on there, that is also connected to this lifetime and to the way the heart is opened and the way the heart is opened in this lifetime. So we work very, very deep to find these traumas and heal them so that the sexual energy and the life energy can flow in a very harmonious way. So you might want to look at that in terms of how to make your energy better circulate in your body. Please feel free, if you are connected to the chat, please feel free to leave your messages there or your questions. If you have any questions so far, please write them down and maybe share them in an email or share them in your comments below the video, and we will answer them at the end of this workshop so that you can be, met in your own needs with this workshop. Also stay tuned, because soon enough we'll share some special techniques for you to be able to release whatever it is that is blocking your energy from harmoniously circulate along the body. I was sharing that a very important step for me before becoming a therapist was meditation. And this was important because through meditation I learned about my inner activity, about my inner ups and downs, and about how and where they came from. As I said, I started meditating more than 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. I was also meditating as a child when I was 11 or 12, but as maturity came, I have forgotten about it for some time. I restarted my meditations more than 7 years ago, and meditation is a very, very good way of getting in tune with your body and with your energy and learning about it and seeing how it flows towards along your body and how it nourishes the energy centers. A very simple meditation technique that I've started with was following my breath and following the energy in each and every energy center in my body. And for those of you who don't know about the energy centers, you can find a lot of information on the internet. They are also called chakras or chakras in the Sanskrit term. And it is very important to know them and to harness the energy that is flowing between them, because each energy center is storing certain emotions, certain mental tendencies, and certain habits that are going on in your life and that you might not know where they came from. When you learn this by maybe meditating each day on one's energy center, focusing on one energy center every day, or having half an hour meditation with 3 minutes or on each energy center, because there are 7 in total in the physical body, would give you more mastery of your inner energy and will help you know about these centers and about how the energy is stored and flowing between them. And this is a very, very important step in energy mastery and in tantric practices. We know that the most powerful and pleasurable moments in our life are the orgasms, and these are for some the only moments where they feel deeply connected, deeply relaxed, and fully tuned with their partner maybe, or with even more with everything around them. Some might even say that the orgasmic moment is the only moment when we truly feel connected with the divine force, or some call it God or the universe, because that's for some the only moment when the mind totally stops, and it allows our being or our divine essence to fully blossom and explode in our energy centers. And this is why the orgasmic state is so longly sought for, and it's so precious to most of us. I would like to share with you, for those of you who are meditating a lot, that meditation is very, very close to orgasmic state when done properly. It can lead you to peaks and moments of bliss that are far beyond your daily routine or your daily feelings, and it can bring deep peace and contentment in your life. And this is why I can't stress enough the benefits of it when you want to be in better harmony and in better sync with your sexual energy and your dantian. At the end of this workshop, we'll be sharing a special meditation or a special meditative exercise that will help you calm and also release some tensions and traumas in your life. But the importance of meditation is crucial for your well-being. Another very important step in your balancing the sexual energy is the way you receive pleasure from a partner or from your daily activities also, and the way you give yourself pleasure. And most of the people, especially women, are not used to this term, or even most of people are taught that this is sinful. How they don't conceive the aspect of giving themselves pleasure. And even those who are masturbating, most of them think they do it for the purpose of releasing, or the purpose of getting done with the energy that is pressuring their ovaries or their testes, and they just do it to get off, most of the people. Well, a very important aspect of your sexual balance is being able to receive pleasure and being able to give yourself pleasure without the feeling of guilt, shame, or blame. Because our bodies are made for pleasure, and it is not sinful in any way. And it is very important to, use the touch and the energy movement and the energy awareness, not only to get off or to get the energy out, but to really feel pleasure in your body. And that the ability to make the difference between the two is a crucial point, a crucial step between just having sex and being a tantric practitioner, because tantra is all about self-awareness and self-mastery and eventually bliss. And this is when the healing occurs, when you are fully open and fully ready to give and receive pleasure and to accept pleasure in your life as a gift from divinity and not as a sin, as most of us have been taught about it. So as an exercise with this workshop, as an exercise, we invite you to the next time you try to masturbate or get in touch with your body, or even in the presence of your partner, try to work on your body with the purpose of giving yourself pleasure, and not only with the purpose of getting off, releasing energy, releasing tension. Try to prolong the act as long as possible, and try to Really feel in your body how it feels to be in touch with it and to love it, um, as a practice of relaxation and of healing your sexual energy. That is a very important exercise to do and a very important step to take towards your sexual freedom and towards your Dantian healing. And please let me know about this and how it's, integrated in your life, if you will. I am, as time is quickly flowing, I am heading towards the end of this sharing with you. And I'm feeling now to share a special moment of exercising the circulation of your energy towards the body, along the body, and have this brief exercise in which you can really release and relax and get in tune with your body and with your vital or sexual energy. So, having shared all this, feel free now to step back, relax, get a comfortable position. You can even close your eyes and start following your breath. Start following your breath, start following the way your breath is going in and out your body. And try to make your breath a little deeper, a little longer. Keep it as smooth as possible and let it flow towards your abdomen, towards your dantian, towards the area below your navel. We don't have to push it or force it. We just let it flow towards that area, towards the lower centers. And we just release any tensions, worries, thoughts we might have in this moment. We all imagine we each have a light column or a light cylinder from the center of the universe to the center of the earth all around us. Each one in his special color, his special energy flow, the most appropriate energy, the most appropriate color for each one of us, surrounding us as a cylinder from the center of the universe to the center of the earth. And we imagine we breathe in the energy or the color from this light column. We imagine with each breath that we let it flow into our bodies and that we let it fill our bodies with this color or energy. While we also release with the exhale all the tensions, all the worries, all the concerns, and every thought that might be crossing through our minds now. Breathing in and out really deep. Try to keep your back straight so that the energy flows as well as possible in your body. And we'll be doing a brief Qigong technique. So with your hands, gather your Qi from your auric field. By breathing in and by breathing out, you release it. With your hands stretched forward, you imagine that you release through the palms of your hand the Qi that is no longer useful in your auric field. With each inhale, you gather more Qi, more energy from the light column surrounding you. And with each exhale, You release through your hands in your light column the energies, the thoughts and the concerns and the tensions in your body. Breathing them out in the light column that surrounds you, knowing that this light column is pre-programmed to transmute and transform each energy that no longer serves us, and it transforms it in positive energy for each one of us now. A few, sending out attention. At your own pace. And when you feel your internal organs are relaxed and your body is energized with this breath, and you are aware that you are still in your light column from the center of the universe to the center of the earth, you gently start rocking your body. So as you're seated on a chair or on your couch with the feet on your ground, let the soles, both the soles of your feet lay on the ground. You start gently rocking your body. Rock your hips. Let your buttocks move a little. Focus your attention on the area below your navel, on your dantian area. Focus also your attention on your perineum and rock your body. Move from one hip towards the other. And this is a very, very good grounding exercise. Your attention goes towards the perineum now. And do you imagine that from the perineum and from the soles of your feet, you have roots or connection cables that are going towards the center of the earth? And that the energy that you have gathered in your body and stored in your dantian is also connected now to the center of the earth through these connection cables or through these roots that you are now building from the soles of your feet and from the perineum. 3 roots, 3 connection cables going straight down to the center of the earth. Feel the energy from the center of the earth. Feel the energy of the Mother Earth. How does it feel to be connected to the heart of Gaia? To the heart of the planet you are hosted on? And while feeling this energy, let it flow up through these connection cables, through these roots. Let it flow up through the soles of your feet, through the ankles, calves, thighs, up through your knees. Let it flow up through towards your perineum. The third line towards the perineum is also filled with energy, and let it flow up and gather in the perineum area. Let it gather there. And let it again flow up towards the base of your spine. And while you do this, you might also contract your perineum a little bit. That muscle that we've talked about, that you usually use to hold your urine while you're peeing. Try to, squeeze it a little bit while this energy from the earth is flowing up through the soles of your feet and your legs towards the perineum. Try to squeeze it And now just focus, stop the rocking, and focus on the perineum, focus on the squeezing, and let the energy flow up your spine. You see it, watch it flowing up. It's gathering, and it's flowing up towards the dantian, and then flowing up towards the kidneys. And you're breathing in your kidneys, and as the energy is flowing them up, you are releasing the tensions, worries, and fears from your kidneys. And you are letting it flowing up again through the spine, your heart area at the back of your body, and let it fill your heart chakra. Imagine you have a sphere there, or a globe of light in your heart chakra area that is now getting filled up with this energy from the center of the earth that is mixing up with your sexual energy from the hara and the kidneys. And you let it flow up the spine towards the heart center. And you let it flow up again, mixing with the love energy in your heart center. Let it flow up. Let it fill your heart center and heal whatever is stored there, whatever you need to release there. And you feel this energy center expanding with a light and love from your heart center mixed with the light and love of the Gaia's heart center, the center of the earth, or the heart of the Mother Earth, which, by the way, is the same frequency, Hertz frequency, as the human heart. It's filling up your body, healing up your heart. And as this sphere in your energy, in your heart center, is radiating out throughout the whole body, you let the energy flow up again. And it's flowing up towards the base of your skull, the energy behind your neck, the area behind your neck, at the base of your skull. And you let it flow up through there, in your head, and towards the top of your head. So with each breath, the energy comes from the center of the earth, gathers in your perineum, goes up the spine and goes towards the top of your head. Let it flow up with every breath. And as we're breathing out, we bring it back down through the frontal channel. We imagine we also have a frontal channel, and it is true, we have it. We let it flow down through the frontal channel. We keep our tongue on the roof of our mouth, like this, to unite the back channel with the frontal channel, which goes all the way up to here towards the palatal, the roof of your mouth, and then the energy goes down through your tongue, which is holding still on the roof of your mouth, behind your teeth. The energy goes down through the frontal channel, down through your energy centers, and back down again to the perineum. With each inhale, you let it flow up. With each exhale, you let it flow down, keeping your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And we let the energy flow around our body, constantly, rotating up through the back channel, down through the frontal channel. And this in Taoism is called the microcosmic orbit. And you can repeat this rotation 9 times or 18 times or multiple times as well, as long as you want. Right up to the 81 times if you want. And this movement, this exercise is recirculating your sexual, your vital energy, clearing up the energy centers, clearing up the internal organs, stirring up and clearing up the tensions in your body, and helping your energy be more fluid and fluent in your body. And having circulating this energy, we go back to the heart center now. And we concentrate on the heart center. And we let it fill with this energy that is radiating like a big light bulb all over our body and all over our auras and out in the universe. Our sexual energy and heart energy and Gaia's energy united together with the cosmic energy that we receive from the column around us. It's quite a beautiful cocktail to live in. And you can do this exercise every day for as long as you feel like, but at least 3 times, 3 rotations, so that you have the feeling of being more energized and more revitalized and get in tune with your sexual and vital energy and help it energize your body. And as we to channel it towards each organ in our body, maybe an organ that needs healing, an internal organ, your liver, your kidneys, your spleen, your heart, whichever organs that needs a little energizing or a little healing can be, fueled with this energy that we circulate. We can come back now from the meditation and, pay attention for 5 or more minutes, and then we're coming to the end of the workshop. And feel free to share with me in your comments below this video or in a private email on the email you've got from us. Feel free to share with me how you felt this exercise and how it worked for you and what you felt in your body and what happened to you during this exercise and what you would have liked to feel. Feedback, and it helps us improve our activity. So sharing this energy can be utilized for healing and for energizing our internal organs. And it can be used as well for overcoming certain recurrent emotions that we experience in our lives. So if you are experiencing frequent anger or worry or fear in your life, this might be stored in a certain organ, and it is that organ in particular that needs more attention, more energy, and more healing. And for this especially, we have created 2 tools that are very useful and that you will have below this video in a comment as soon as we finish, and that you will also receive in your email. So one is a very important and powerful class, video class that we're sharing this Sunday. So Sunday, May 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern European time, we have this class that is called Taoist Emotional Intelligence and Healing the Sexual Energy, that is dealing with the emotions and we find out where they are stored and what are the techniques and methods to be able to circulate this energy and, place it directly in that particular area, in that particular energy center or organ, to be able to release these emotions, be it fear, worry, distrust, hastiness, anger, arrogance, whatever you are experiencing that is not beneficial for your life right now, can be released in a very simple and powerful technique that we are sharing during this class on Sunday. And you can subscribe by joining the link below the video. You will have it as soon as we finish, or I might be able to post it now, but it takes some attention. So this class that you can join to find out how to release your emotions and trauma, and we'll work deeper with each one of you on each internal organ, on each emotion, and you learn where the emotions are stored and which organ is storing what type of emotion, so that you can go directly, laser focused on that emotion with your energy, with your sexual energy, to be able to heal that emotion in a very comfortable and easy way from the comfort of your home. And you'll be learning more techniques to share with your partner as well during your sexual sharing or during your day-to-day lifetime. And you'll be learning ways to recirculate the energy towards the body. And you'll be learning secret, ancient Taoist and yogic practices that can emotional freedom, self-confidence, better communication, and the outstanding sexual sharing in your life. And this class is available to you right now, and whoever joined this workshop is having a 20% discount, so you only get to pay 75% of the class during the workshop, for joining this workshop, especially because you took the time for joining us. And also we have created a special guided meditation that is dealing with the endocrine system, the thyroid, communication, and sexual centers, and can be done every day from the comfort of your home. It can be repeated whenever you want, is helping you circulate the energy in a conscious way, and as I was sharing, guiding it through each endocrine gland, because the endocrine glands are very, very powerful tools in harnessing the vital energy in the body. And when they're healthy, and when they're active, and when they're fully energized, then we are able to reach our highest potential, and reach our full creativity, or full sexuality, and our full magic in our life. Because sexual energy and vital energy creates magic, and it creates instant manifestation, and it creates beautiful sharing with others when it is healthy and well shared. So this meditation is also available below this video. You'll get the links to it, and you'll also get the links to it in an email as soon as we finish this class. And feel free to access them, because they are very powerful tools, and I've practiced these tools for more than 7 years before sharing them with you, and they have led me to wonderful results in my life. I've helped hundreds of people overcome their blockages and their issues in their personal life, in their couple life, in their career, and in their sexual life with these tools. And I've had hundreds of healing sessions, but also workshops and webinars and classes all over the world, so that I can share these methods with the world, because they're very precious and yet very simple to practice at home. We're not sharing complicated tools, because we've all been busy, and we all know how it is to not have time for yourself, or not find a way to nourish yourself during the day. So these tools that we're sharing do not take more than 15 or 30 minutes of your time, which can be achieved daily by maybe, cutting down on watching TV, or cutting down on a little Facebook navigation, or cutting down on any, activity that doesn't nourish you really, and add up this exercise to your life. So either the guided meditation for thyroid, communication, and sexuality, and the class that is called the Taoist Emotional Intelligence, Healing the Sexual Energy, that are groundbreaking techniques for you to master at home and utilize at home, and maybe with your partners, and even share it with the dear ones to help them thrive with their emotional and self-confidence. I love it that you have shared this with us. I love it that you have liked us on YouTube. I love your support. And here in your private chat, next to the video, you have the links to these exercises and to the class that we are sharing about. So Adrian Florin is sharing, I feel little sparkles in my body, especially in my head. I was shaking as my energy went up from earth. Thank you, Adrian, for sharing this. There you go. This is the link to the class we're having on Sunday. It is posted right next to the YouTube video. And below this, I'm sharing the link now to the guided meditation for thyroid, communication, and sexuality, so that you can have access to both of them. And they will also be available in the comments below this video and in your email as soon as we finish this. Thank you so much. Let me share a little more about this class that I'm preparing for Sunday. So this is the essence of my 8 years practice with the Taoist practices. And it's very useful for you if you, as I said, are in an emotional carousel every day, if you tend to overreact to certain things, if you tend to get angry, worried, or frustrated during your life, if you have trouble dealing with some people, or if they often make you angry. It's also very useful for you if you want to have a better sex life and a better communication with your partner, because knowing to disassociate the emotion from the person and not get angry with the person because of your internal emotion is very important and is very useful for your life. For any further questions on this class, please join me and ask me over the email or over the comments on this video, and just click on the link that we shared with you and subscribe to the class in order to get all the benefits of this sharing. So house of love to all of you, and thank you for joining this workshop. Thank you for practicing with me these beautiful exercises. Thank you for sharing your feedback with us, and we'll be seeing you soon, either on the class on Sunday at 8 p.m. on May 28th, or on another gathering over the internet or live. Hugs of love to all of you. This is CRISTIANA, ELTRAYAN, and see you soon. Thank you for joining me.